Okay, today we are playing a game on Ilios. We're in the Platinum SR range, and we will be playing Doomfist the entire way through. We will likely be playing Doomfist for the next couple of days, unless someone, please, sends me more videos. We're gonna have a lot of Doomfist in the near future. So, let's start the game. So we're on well first. So, anytime we're playing any kind of flanky boy, we want to determine what our list of priorities will be. Obviously, we haven't seen their team yet in-game, so we have to wait until we actually do. Here we come upon another Doomfist, and unfortunately, he's punched us first. Let us just sit now and look upon this sadness. It's the saddest frame to hold on for like 10 seconds, isn't it? It's okay. He's just sleeping at the bottom of that pit. So as I was saying, versus this team, our number one priority should pretty much be to jam the wheels on Anna's mobility scooter and then kick her in the well, which is usually fairly easy to get away with on the Anna. So we're being fairly unproductive right now. Our team has been out there fighting for a little bit now, and we've just been kind of hanging out back here. Granted, they were not all together at that moment in time, but we could have been trying to make something happen while our team was actually here. Now we're going out to do something while our team is currently dead, which is slightly less productive. We unfortunately accidentally punched the monkey in the back instead of Anna, which is, you know, a classic mistake. The old lady and the monkey are very similar, so it's an easy mistake to make. He did walk in front of Anna. I know. So, McCree's using Deadeye right now, so we don't want to poke our face at, but now McCree's done using Deadeye. So it's actually not going to be that hard for us to kill, McCree either, if we get the drop on him, or maybe not even, maybe we don't even need the drop on him. Doomfist kind of gets away with a lot like that. So we have been going for a lot of punch in the back. The punch in the traditional Doomfist advice is it's better to go for this exact play right here, where you uppercut them rather than punching them. We've got to be very careful when we go for the McCree. McCree currently, it's not going to be too hard for him to figure out that we're coming, and indeed, he figures out that we're coming. We decide to engage on him from quite far away. Classic Doomfist advice is to use the punch more for mobility rather than actually killing people. It's better to go for, like, slam, uppercut, shoot the person to death, and then use the punch to escape. Reason being predominantly that it's one ability to get away rather than two if you do the uppercut seismic slam to escape. So here's a very specific use of Meteor Strike right there, trying to kill it right as their Doomfist lands, which is, I mean, we could have been bullying Anna with that Meteor Strike, is all I'm gonna really say on the matter, you know, like, oh, here's McCree. Didn't get us this time, and we ended up in a real awkward situation, so we'll just write that one off. We'll try again later. This is a real fuck of a situation. So, you know, they came around the corner for us very decisively. McCree did just see us escape this way, so it's not unimaginable that he could figure out what we'd be trying to do. That is, kind of camping a corner and hoping something happens, you know. That's not too hard to figure out that that one might be coming from somebody like Doomfist, so it was fairly optimistic to go for it when he had seen us previously escaping. So we've gotten into a real kerfuffle right here. A lot of teams seem to die very quickly. Roadhog's already dead. What happened to everybody else? McCree's using Deadeye. Deadeye just killed Farah. And Moira got slammed, and then the, you know, enemy Doomfist just having a great time, basically. We are kind of hanging out in, like, full view of the entire enemy team while we're doing that, which, is not necessarily the end of the world if your team is able to draw enough provide enough presence to cover you. Tragically, we were just kind of doing that while the rest of our team was getting killed as well, so we just kind of got focused down. Here, I mean, McCree's looking at us this entire time. We should have, like, started punching inside of the spawn here instead, where we can't be taking damage while we're charging. Instead, we come just out of spawn and then start charging. So McCree is just like, sick, I can actually do damage to him. So we could have covered all of this distance healthier than that, because we'd already taken damage before we even started moving. But, you know, we're always going to be getting fucked as we come out of the spawn right there, because, well, kind of like their whole team is slowly advancing on our spawn, such as life. I actually didn't know that you could do that little skip right there as Doomfist. That's pretty sick. To be fair, Doomfist can do a lot of, you know, wacky stuff like that. It's not that wacky, to be fair. So, that's the problem with going with the punch to try and kill someone. If you miss, you're kind of a little bit fucked. And it's, ever since they nerfed it from release, it's kind of hard to hit people with the punch now. Unless, you know, if they don't know you're coming, or they're like a big beefy boy, there's that. But then there's still that kind of wonky collision on the walls sometimes, which is way better since release. The amount of times on release you would see the person just, you would hit them perfectly into the wall, and then they just go straight across the wall. How depressing that was. It's gotten a little bit better since then, but, you know, once you get better at it, and this player recently changed from, console to PC, so, you know, there's an adaptation period. It's better to go for the slam uppercut and then shoot the person to kill them. It's just kind of harder to get fucked by, you know, hitboxes and the whims of the physics engine. So, McCree, We've gotta be real careful when we start doing stuff if we don't know exactly where McCree is. Because if we just sort of skate up to the enemy team while McCree is looking at us, it makes it very easy for McCree to just stun us and kill us. We've been making it fairly easy for McCree so far over the course of this game. We've kind of like, every time we've like closed in on him, it's been from like really far away. Currently, just a lot of our team is dead. We shouldn't have come over here to begin with, and he got us just before we slipped around the corner. A rare instance of the McCree player actually countering Doomfist. That's not something you see every day, is it? So, this is the point I would oh, Jesus Christ. You don't do anything about that one. Like, sometimes McCree just fucking Shazams around the corner and fucking gets you, you know? Life is hard sometimes. So at this point, I would reassess my, priorities. I've seen at this point, McCree is basically carrying the entire enemy team. He's certainly doing a fair chunk of the work, so we should be focusing him instead. This extremely greedy to go for that play, because we don't know what we're going to land in the middle of. And we landed in the middle of something pretty bad. We've used, like, all of our abilities to skip that gap right there, so if we arrive and it's not exactly a good spot to arrive in, we're pretty fucked, because we used all our abilities to do that. Rather than just, like, scuttling over normally and then going for it. It's not exactly going well by that point, so going in for the play was a little bit greedy as well. Like, basically, we kind of need to slow the fuck down right now, and, like, basically look to bully McCree. McCree is countering us. McCree is, like, killing a lot of our team as well. He's, you know, he's doing some work over there. We need to try and focus that man, but if we just keep skating into the enemy team, and therefore also McCree, he's gonna get us. So we need to, like, slow down, wait for our team to, like, be doing stuff, draw a little bit of aggro, so we aren't just, like, getting focused by the enemy team as we jump in. Half our team's dead right now. We should not be trying to do this, because they're just going to turn and, like, focus us. We are about to run out of time, of course, but we could have simply waited for the timer to go down, wait for our team to regroup, and then skate into the point and start contesting it at that point, rather than just kind of like flinging ourselves bodily out the door and trying our very best to kill that Orisa. What's woke Disney about here? Oh, it's literally just called woke Disney. I see. Fair enough. I don't know what I was expecting, to be fair. The Cube World Review and Tragedy. Cube World's a fairly tragic story, to be fair. Lots of speedruns. I spent a week in a VR headset. Here's what happened. Did you die? Feels like you might have died. That's kind of out of nowhere. I was listening to, like, some game soundtracks on YouTube the other day, so I guess that's where that came from. So, what stood out the most on that game is basically, we just kind of, like, YOLO'd our way into the enemy team every time. Particularly when we were skating across the gap on the second round. Like, we're literally just using all our abilities to get over there and then landing in the enemy team, and just kind of hoping it works out from there, really. We've got to be a little bit more careful than that. We can't just, like, fling ourselves bodily into the enemy team and kind of hope it works, especially when the enemy McCree has shown us that he does indeed plan to kill us if we fuck up in front of him. We've got to, like, slow down. We've got to wait for our team to group up, start taking a little bit of aggro, find the McCree, focus the McCree. It's okay if he's clustered in people, because the rest of them, they don't really have crowd control. So we can, like, slam into the enemy team, uppercut, we'll probably get the McCree out of there. It's very hard, even if he's, like, clustered in people, uppercut will get him out as well. Then we can focus down the McCree in the air, and go from there. If things are still looking good, we can, like, punch and continue fighting people in there, or we can try and escape if things don't go so well, or if things just look like they won't be going well even if we get McCree, we can still disengage at that point. Basically, using, like, your whole kit to, like, engage the fight is a risky business. And this is why the traditional advice is to not use the punch to go for kills, because it's just faster to get out if you only have to use the punch to escape. If you have to do the punch or the uppercut slam, that's using 2 abilities to escape, and is much slower than if you just punch out, even if you don't fully charge the punch. They are about to nerf the punch charge, to be fair. It'll get a little bit harder to do that, but it's still using 1 ability to escape versus 2 abilities to escape. And it's just kind of hard to kill people with the punch a lot of the time. The geometry has to work out, you have to actually hit the guy. The physics have to not kind of skate him along the wall. Whereas if you just slam uppercut, if it fucks up, you've only got your own aim to blame for it, basically. So the moral of that story is, slow down. Relax. There's no need to be going ham the whole time. So, thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just shitpost with us. I've started streaming on Twitch Thursday, Friday, Saturday. There's a link to 8 p.m. EST till midnight EST. There's a link to the channel in the description. And if you managed to make it all the way through the video and somehow still enjoyed it, please like the video and subscribe for more content of middling quality in the future. And I hope you found the video helpful. What a disaster.